Immediately talking into the stream. I'm streaming. Do some of that. So, sup. Checking out this Shaligram today. Right here. This one. What this? Got some images. Let's just kind of skim through them real quick. This thing. I really think it looks like Mount Meru. It's so cool. So cool. Saw some things here where some more things. So we're looking at the Shaligram because it's right here. Pretty stoked. Pretty stoked. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of go through these real quick, and then we're gonna keep it. Whatever here is good for now. So I guess I'll zoom out relatively far. Let's kind of take a gander. I need to adjust my screen so I can see better. What the? What the fuck? Whatever. Oops. Okay. So it's got lots of these little ammonite shapes with a little pillar, which is always good. Where is the ruler? It could be under this mess somewhere. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, I need a toothpick. I must have a toothpick. There it is. Sitting around since the last time I did this. Okay. It just helps her size. So we got a little chakra cross pillar thing here. This one's real interesting. Oops. Let's check it out. behind you. The scale. Tip of a toothpick. I need something to stand this on. Let's see. Whoa. That's cool. Oh, wow. Let's zoom out a little. It's like in the end of that crevice. Like a little clock. Oh no. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Just perfectly normal behavior. Not abruptly scratching myself. Wow, those are like. This dude looks happy. All those pixels, little grains. Kind of reminiscent of like teeth in things that people made in the past that are like, what is this? And it's just like a face, but it has like teeth like that. Kind of reminiscent. That's all I'm saying. So many features on this, I don't even want to get caught up yet. Let's just go to the coolest feature right away, which is at least the most blatantly coolest feature. Maybe there's something cooler, I don't know. There it is. Zoom out. So this thing is incredible. It's got multiple tiers. Tier, so 4, 5. But then in the first tier, I didn't even realize this until I looked at it. The first tier is a fucking chakra just branching off. Like, what up? What is this thing doing? It's like all these. Like this thing. Like one of these. Like one of these. One of these. These things. And then, like, assuming, like, each of these layers equivalently has one, then that would be, like, the pillar up this way. But then this one's just like, you know what? I'm gonna have a chakra on the side. Look at that thing. It's rounded. It's rounded. It's lifted away. It's down the middle. It's like a freaking chakra. It's got all the characteristics of things that of these types of chakras that are on the rest of the stone that we've seen time and again on these other chakras in the other Shaligram Zone episodes, especially when I'm looking closer at ones like this. Do, 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 do. I like the wave of the shale black color. You can definitely see it here and on this layer. This one's more gray, like the other materials covering it more. Not so much up here. And then we can see the teeth down here. That thing is so crazy that there's a chakra on the side. On top of that, it looks like Mount Meru in general. It has a chakra on the side. Like, what are we doing? These are not fossils. If that confuses anyone, I would recommend watching more of my videos. Let's try to look at it from a different angle, maybe. Let's see. Whoa. Eroded down between them. How crazy. Wow. And then, like, this line, though, it continues across. So whatever cut this thing in half here is actually a current flow. It's not just like it's fractured by, like, pressure or something. It literally cut across it. Created what looks like a little weird chakra there. Like, angled even, like it's turning, kind of, maybe. I feel like I can kind of see chakras inside at the top there. Around there. Like inside there. Kind of see like a ammonite opening shape. I don't know if that's actually makes sense, but... And interestingly, this... sorry. This portion has a... Like when I go like this... It's actually missing the back side of the very top layer, and then below, this is actually the layer below. So the top side, the top portion only has like to this corner, cross to that corner, and then the dark boundary across. So epic. Dear Science, mood crushed noobs. I don't know. Let's see. Then there's this. It's like, that's weird. It's like right now. So if we go like this, let's kind of go out here. Here's this thing. This crazy feature. If we kind of just rotate the rock, just up there it is. So it's this angle is this thing, and then if I keep going that way, I believe there was something else. There it is. That thing. And then maybe again. No. So there's 3 features in a row that are related. Let's see what we got on these images real quick. So this is something definitely worth checking out here. And in here, some current paths I was suggesting when I was looking at this. Not sure if my chat is working. It says Twitch requires additional permissions to send messages. I'm not sure. Never saw that message before. It looks like there's a little frickin' chakra in there too. Let's check that one out. See if it looks more like this than it should. Like what the... why is that in there? Like if this is a fossil. Is a fossil just arbitrarily like making up a component of this arc? I guess at some point it gets like, are we sure those are fossils? They're not fossils. Spoiler alert, sorry, I was a little... I should have said spoiler alert first. They're not fossils. They are etched by current flows. This is real cool in here too. We'll check that out for sure. Just so many... Okay, here's that lobe. I was kind of looking around to see bigger picture stuff that I was thinking. Here, this one looks real interesting in there too. Tiny little chakra there. That... Okay, let's just look around. Some reason, looking at it, it's a little harder to pinpoint things than sometimes. Okay. So I said, let's check out this in here. I'm not seeing the chakra that looked like it went across. Let's go in closer. Are we seeing another freaking baculite ammonite looking thing in there? That would be crazy. Let's see if I can find it. I think it was this one. So this done. Much smaller one. Let's look at this one a little bit. I've looked at this a lot in my Shaligram Zone videos. But what I was gonna try to find is this in here. I believe it's in here. I believe it is in here. There it is. There it is. That thing. Can't really go closer. Maybe too close. There it is. What the hell is that? Why is it in there? This looks like a piece of pencil lead. And for scale, let's see. There is the tip of a toothpick. Is like the size of this entire ammonite structure right next to this weird thing. Chakra. You can kind of see for a second there. Little ribs sideways. Anyway, that one though, just for reference, it does happen where there's like random tubes in there like that. Like along just a slice in the stone, because that is literally a slice in the stone shape. Again, that was in that slice. That's like clearly not the same shape, but related. Mention this. It's like it was trying to erode in this arc here. Crazy little subtleties of that, like little flowers, like a spine. Oh my god. Like what? And the one like way at the far end looks like it has a little glimmer of red in it, like right there. And then the one above it looks like it might have like a central glimmer of white. I know it's kind of almost like they are like seated. Let's some kind of core. But this continues all the way over here. And arcs around. To that thing. Through it even, kinda. Can definitely see surface textures that are probably worth looking closer at. This thing with this sideways chakra. How close can I get in on this? How close can we see? That's pretty good. It's real good. Look at oh my god. That porosity. Holy shit. This is for reference. Let's find it. It's like one of the later ones has on, I guess. That one. We're looking at right like here. The reason the porosity matters is because it really distinguishes the water passed through this material, where the rest of the rock is not like that. That's only in places of heavy erosion that then leave behind larger green particles, which is what we then are looking at here, with void spaces between them where water passed as it shaped this stone. It really looks like it has fibers in it. It's hard to say if it's like dust on it. Definitely interpreted dust to be part of the Shaligram before. Sorry, Shaligram. I don't know how to. Just a little gentle blow, see if it like messes with the potential dust. Still there. If it's dust, it like attaches to the surface roughness pretty easily. If it's not dust, whatever it is, it might be actually throughout the stone if it's not dust. Almost like a fiber holding the parts together a little better that just forms in the process as well. I've definitely found some things that look like they're actually fibers inside of Shaligrams and not just not just on the like dust. Like this one. No, this one has it. Probably too zoomed in. There we go. So in this hole, got this nice flat surface running to this hole, and then in here, the walls seem to have actual fibers, like in the wall, down, if I can get it. Possibly on, but a little too organized and spaced. Those two are like parallel, but spaced. Anyway, so I would say it's possible that whatever is on this one is a actual component of the material and not just dust. Hard to say conclusively, but like some of it is probably dust, but in terms of if all of it is, like whatever is going across there, like a spider web looking thing, is probably not actually part of the stone. There's so many details to this. Like, what else can we look at? Maybe this fracture just below. Just check out what kind of detail it's got. Oof, I really need something to stabilize this. That's a little odd looking. So, like, is that dust? Kinda see it. Still. But it's really like not there. We don't really see any of it here. So if it's dust, it's really selective dust. Sure, the surface is not as easily gathering dust as something with this kind of surface roughness, but this is like pretty peculiarly doing it if it is. I don't know what to make of it. Sorry, guys. It's kind of hard to hold this. And definitely can see some current lines, but like this way. Like between the individual pixels of color. Possibly other nuances like wrapping around and things, but maybe let me see. Maybe let's check out this one. I was really zoomed in. Whoa. Zoom out some more. So we got one of those clock wheel things on the over here. And this almost like big super spiral. Like it's got a spiral here. But then like bing, single armed, and then another one kind of doing that, I guess. And that's got a pretty deep crevice. In here. Yep. I got a specimen. Sorry, Shaligram, I've been freaking sticking a toothpick in it like that. Whoa. Possibly hair, fabric, dust in these instances. Whoa. That looks so cool. It's like that little, whatever it is holding up some kind of reflective thing at the center of it all. What the hell? It kind of looks like that. It's definitely on it. Whatever is reflective is on that fiber. What the fuck, dudes? What the fuck is this? I mean, it looks... Oh my god, what the fuck? Like, it's a soap bubble. No. How could it be a soap bubble? What in the fuck? I've never seen anything like that. I gotta get this thing so I can hold it steady. Steady. There it is. What the fuck? I'm just like speechless. Like, what the fuck is this? I don't think it's a hair or fiber. Let's look at. And again. Whoa. Dudes, what the fuck is that? It makes me think of like the bubble universe. Universe is just made of bubbles. If this is some cosmic center of some system that this like supernova, like that's kind of the vibes I get when I look at it on a large, like the surroundings. Like down bottom, all this red and orange almost makes me feel like it's like a nova. And then it's got this freaking bubble center, like all that remains is the bubbles. Somehow, I don't even know. Maybe being fed off of this thread of current that still remains too for some reason, like a Birkeland current that's actually physical, like an umbilical cord. I don't know what to make of things like this. Like, what the fuck? I can't get any closer. Just the way it's kind of colors there. And the like, in the bubbles. The bubbles. So weird. It really is kind of just like centered in it too. A little too centered in it. That like it's really capturing my attention that it's centered in it too. Floating in the center of this void is this bubble on a fucking fiber. What the fuck, dude? And one of the ends of the fiber basically goes to this chakra thing. Which kind of makes sense if it's current based, that it would interact with the chakra. So that it actually reaches to one. Kind of supports that it could be naturally occurring and not just some subsequent thing that just got trapped on the stone surface and doesn't matter. Oh my god. Just gonna kind of meander now, so I don't just stick on that as cool as it is. People might be like, what the fuck, dude? I don't know if anyone's talking, because I can't seem to see the chat very possibly at all. So sorry if anyone is. I assume not, but... Dude. Oh, scheiße. It's like a fault line. Like a nipple. Really? It's very nipple-like. Very nipple-like. Whoa. The patterns on that one's like surface are pretty cool. Kind of sideways. It's almost like it's etching. It's almost like it's turning basically this into like that. Because it can't go out further. Like if the top one had space to have a rounded structure, maybe it would be more like this, but then it's like going sideways. But like doing the same thing to start the process, so it looks very similar. Except for just the boundaries are a little different. Maybe. Not everything I say is doctrine. Of course. Wow. Again, though, those fibers, like across right there. Why would they be there? Unless it's actually part of the stone. They're too organized and too like spontaneously prevalent in certain areas and not more randomly distributed as dust would generally probably do. Like, I don't think it would do this. Like there's even a break in the dust all the way up to what looks like a protruding chakra on the left side. And then it has like a central area where the dust is happening. Here. At these chakras across almost. It's almost like that. But then between it, it's not there. Like the chakras kind of protected the connection. Maybe if there were chakras. Kind of looks like it's hard to say what was happening in there exactly. Definitely some regular patterns eroding, creating ribs, but like that one's rounded, but it also looks like it could have the teeth at the top and bottom of a typical opening. Like, let's say this. Like it kind of looks like it could be doing this. On this thing here. To actually have like a top and a bottom and then a chakra center that then it erodes around, but it's like doing it in a circle on top of the stone, but in a way where it's kind of like more elongated, like at this angle in the rock itself, but across this way, like doing this, but in the rock itself more at a different angle. Because I can't hold it quite right. Maybe more like there is up, down. Like doing this. But where it starts is a like eddy on the surface. And then turns into an eddy into the surface at a 90-degree angle, basically. Okay, let me take a gander. Oh yeah, this. So this looks pretty sweet. This feature. Looks like, now that I look at it, like it has two sides of an ammonite. Like this is more like where the chakra is. Sorry, I need to zoom out, I think. Nope. So that is like in here. I believe. Or no. No, that's there. Let's look at this real quick. Whoa. Reminds me of this stone I saw on Facebook. I don't have it, but it was like a mouth. This pretty much looked like this. But then, like, it had teeth that were like blocks. And then the whole of the stone were blocks, but the blocks of the teeth were much more pronounced, so it was, really looked like teeth. And it had like an eyeball kind of like up there looking thing to look like a head. It was so cool, but it's lost forever to me because it's on some random Facebook post I came across. So again, though, we see those fibers in there on the left side. That may or may not be hair or clothing fibers. I don't know. Interestingly, the way this is, with all these little subtleties on the boundary, kind of repeats over here, but like in a fractally in that one, where it's got little maybe it's not teeth, it's actually the fibers. Almost like the fibers are forming from some kind of like tooth-like connection, like some draping connection between two sides like this, that then actually becomes more threaded somehow by currents in the process. I don't know. I really don't know what to make of these fiber things. I think they're part of the stone. That's like the first step. Are they, or are they not part of the stone itself? Whoa. Where'd that go? I knew it as soon as I moved it. So many cool features. Sorry guys, this one is really, there it is. It's really hard to get a good angle on it. It's not staying very focused. Where might this be on the stone? There, I think it's this. Maybe. Again, some fibers in there. Like it's in there. Oh my god. I really don't think it's dust. Okay, okay. Sorry. I lost it. Damn it. It's rocking too much. Had to put in the cloth. Dag nabbit. Alright. Looks like it kind of continues below it, maybe? Those little gear things. Little face. Shit, guys, I might call it here. I'm not finding like the most immediately things to look at besides like the obvious one. Whoa, okay. Another one with a sideways chakra. What? Dude. What the fuck? It looks like it even has multiple. These things never fail to, like, oh my god, just tears. Just tears. When it's got something like that, that's just like, what? Just a random sideways chakra hanging out. Nope, another one. Because that makes perfect sense. That's totally normal. Nothing to see here. It kind of looks like it's really the remnant of a layer that is only like a single one of those. Whereas, like, the other thing we got to see, where is it? So maybe that one is also the remnant of a layer, where it's like one. That's what I was saying. We got to see how it has this erosion like this, kind of like literally dividing the single layer into many little parts, and maybe like one of them was able to stay connected as a chakra type of thing, like here, but doing so multiple times in the stone some reason. I've never seen it before, but hey, whatever's going on in the back there, it looks like it actually has ribs going inward too. I didn't notice that. The bottom of the stone goes from the center outward, but that in the back and in the middle back really don't flow with that. Definitely ribs back there. It might be in line with this fracture. Like, I suspect that goes all the way through. It's at least 2 layers. But maybe below it actually becomes those like blocking rib things in the back. It looks kind of in line. Little chakra on the right side. I love it. Just some subtleties in there with the colors too. Whoa. It looks like little freaking like those bubbles again, but this time it's more probably like quartz like. Again, wrapping around the sides is this threading. Like, dust is not doing that. Utterly incredible. I'm probably gonna stop soon. I'll just keep yawning. I'm definitely a little tired. Little mountain in the back there. Like through a looking glass. Oh, a mountain. Little pink thing next to it. It's got a little core to the mountain too that's like dark. Although that might just be held by one of those fibers. Holy crap. Definitely a long day. Whoa. Dude, do you guys see that show up suddenly? Looks like it's just a little erosion in there, but voila. Suddenly, we gotta find it. Whoa. Oh no, I lost it trying to zoom in. No. Where was it? I think it was here. Literally just a little, like, brown spot. Let's see. This spot. Try to center it a little. I don't know if I'm seeing it again. I swear I saw a chakra. Might not have the right angle anymore. It's gotta be lifted. It might be there. It doesn't really matter all that much. It does happen. It does look kind of like a fiber. Makes me feel like the fibers do form as subtle chakra layers. Subtle layers. Like, dude. Alright, let's not look at something like that. That's a little too boring, maybe. Wow, there's a thread across the hall. Wow. Toad. Or, it could be dust, who knows, who cares. Okay, this is way better now. This is really getting better now. I'm glad we moved to that part of the show. Okay. There's so many details, I don't even know what to make of it all. And sometimes I can kind of like on the fly draw conclusions about the current flows, like collectively across the surface of the stone. Like those colors look like fabric colors in this instance. And they look more in a place that would be exposed for them to be captured, so maybe that's actually fabric. But maybe not, given what we've seen. Wouldn't that be crazy if the threads also have colors? Well, like based on their energy. It's like straight up string theory with like Roy G. Biv elements to it, where the threads are literally different colors based on their energy levels. That would be so cool. uh, Hard to say. There's a chakra on the right side. Not even sure what this looks like. Looking somewhere on the there. Here. I believe here. Maybe not. Oh yeah, yep. Yep, that's it. That's it. More thread in there. That one looks more typical. It even has like a dividing line down the center of the chakras. How cool. More typical looking. Still with the erosion into the chakra to go through the pores. High porosity chakras relative to their surroundings. I really need to not touch this to that. More so out of respect for the Shaligram. Elliott. As I buy and sell practically. It's pretty interesting. Interesting. That's part over here. Right here, I guess. Looks kind of like a dragon's head. Maybe its body. Head, neck, body, wing? I don't know. Is it just me? I see this line right here, right? Right, real subtle. Dot, like white dots. Dot, 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 dot. Like going towards there. And through the center of this. In a little bit more pronounced way than the surroundings. Maybe. But it gives me the impression, because then I see this line next to it here. It made me look over here and say, is there like another opening that was forming here? And it kind of looks like it. Adjacent, this also looks like maybe too. But it didn't do it up here. Almost like it was running into resistance. And then some boundary below, so it didn't have space to do like another of these down. So it's kind of held here and held by this other pressure, which is really a current flowing in along that path there from the right, pushing a boundary. Whoa, sutures. Almost looking thing. Like, what? Wow, that looks so dendritic. Like it branches off of it in ways that's not typical for like a fracture in a stone to have that kind of look to it. Really looks like it branches off of it. It's definitely related to the fracture, but then it's running into, interestingly, right where this is. It stops doing whatever is going on here. Stop. But then the path continues through over here and looks like it even like feeds into there. Some reason. Just by like the let's see. Do I sound ridiculous? Yeah, like ramping up into it, actually. It's hard to... possible that it like ramps and does a little circle type of spin in the current here, like a eddy, and it forms like a node. And then it looks like it continues past it. Just subtly, we can kind of see the line. Also goes down, it looks like. Again, some of those fibers in there, just between the like whitest part on the left. This is pretty cool, these little specks, like what's going on there? Looks like a petroglyph or something. That's interesting. It's kind of, this chakra has like a tiered nature to it. Like down over the highest tier across, and then down to that one, and then down to that one. Like it's going to actually a chakra over here for some reason, kind of looking thing. This looks shifted. Like a block moved over almost, looks like. Just has that appearance, I don't know. Whoa. What is that? It's like a chakra thing, but in a spiral. If you guys see what I'm talking about. Like right there. That thing. Too much order in complex order, though. Of grains. It's not like this is a fossil at that point. Having complex structure of organization of literal grains. It's kind of doing that tiered thing again. Even the freaking... Even the fiber is doing it. Oh my god, and then there's a pink fiber and a gold fiber looking thing. What the... Pink one really looks like a clothing fiber, I guess. Interesting, this chakra is like divided in half directly above by another system that has another chakra down the middle. Bunch of fibers up in there. But this pink one, what is going on? I can't believe it has the shape of a chakra. That to me almost confirms that these are Shaligram's features and not just after the fact. At least enough of them that it would be like beneficial to determine which actually is dust and which is not dust, because they're not all dust. See, like, layering in the chakra. Like up, down. Possibly sideways too, somewhat. More so near the center. Oh yeah, I can see it in the center now, like an arc from like the middle bottom near the white fiber looking thing. Near the one that has the Shaligram chakra shape. And like arcing though, almost like a node. And then a central area between another node from the top. That's worth doing this real quick. Oh, of course I got freaking white. Something like that. Possible. I feel like it might be there. It's real subtle, so I don't want to be like, how dare you say it's not there? But if it's gross, then I might be like, okay, what the fuck, dude? That shit is blatant. Bruh. Bruh. How dare you? Oh, the side of this chakra's got a little teeth on it. Basically from the layers being removed, I guess. Okay, guys. It is 1:20. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I think I might talk about this one again once I look at it. I didn't look at it. I had the same issue with the other last Shaligram I did like this, where I tried to wing it on purpose, and it wasn't quite as easy to like go to cool things. So I kind of looked around. Let's check out this real quick. There it is. Just kind of curious if it was an actual chakra type thing. This little guy. That sliver looks nice and precise. Of the chakra. I can almost see chakras like the other way in the background. Like this way. Even though the chakra's across as a bar. Can almost see chakras across the back way though. Like in towards the center. Even though there's one going across. Like big fat ones like this image basically. Where the bar, this is like the chakra that we're looking at right here. Like something that's there. And then the back. I don't know. I could see it happening where it kind of like vibrates between different like dominant ways to a point where it can kind of do either. Okay, dudes. I appreciate anyone and everyone who has been around all the time. I know I can be kind of long-winded and slow going sometimes, but I think the coolness factor of the topics makes up for it. I think. Okay, guys. Appreciate it. I'm off.